guys, welcome to the review show. My name is Austin. Wake Up Deadman, a Knives Out mystery, is in select theaters right now. Detective Benoit Blanc shifts through a series of suspects when a Monsignor turns up dead. I really enjoy the first Knives Out films. I own the first one on 4K. It's the only one that isn't owned by Netflix, so I can actually own it. But I will every once in a while watch Knives Out 2. A lot of the characters in Knives Out 2 were a ton of fun. Like Kate Hutcherson is fantastic in the film. I think she's like the best part about the film. I'm always kind of a hit or miss when it comes to the mystery side, but at least the movie knows how to have fun, and that's what I'm going in for with these films. It's kind of the same thing again with this one, and I like that they tried to take like a new type of theme with each of these films and different locations, and they try to make them feel very different with the previous film. And this time around, it takes place in a church. And honestly, Daniel Craig takes a bit to show up in the film. I don't think he shows up until like an hour in of the film. Maybe 45 minutes is when he kind of shows up. But most of the film, Judd, played by Josh O'Connor, is the main lead of the film. And I think he was great. He kind of plays as this new father type of character, and he's been sent to a new church, and he's kind of like trying to learn the ropes a bit, and he also has some problems with how the church is being run. I thought it was very interesting, and the film builds up to one of the people being murdered. The film tries to give you an understanding on why this person gets murdered for maybe right reasons, I don't know. They try to go with a different route in this film, which I can respect. And I thought it was very interesting. And once again here, a lot of the characters were fun. You have like John Brolin in the film, kind of not really uptight pastor or anything like that. He's kind of like a douche and is kind of almost a terrible pastor in a way. But I thought he was fun in the film, and I thought what he was playing for worked very great in the movie, and I thought he was funny at times. But of course, once again, Daniel Craig is the big star of the whole entire film towards the end. I think he is the most funniest part about this whole entire film. He just plays this character so well, and I don't think anyone else can play this character. But like in the previous two films, besides maybe the first one, the suspects are just not really that interesting, especially with this extra 45 minutes building up to the murder part of the film. I just still didn't really care, and like you kind of already knew from the beginning who it was. When a character starts explaining their backstory in the first 10 minutes of the film, and they literally like explain their whole entire life story, it's like you did it. It's kind of just obvious where they're going with it, and it becomes very predictable, and especially who gets involved in all that. Like one of the characters, you just know for a fact it didn't do it. I won't say exactly the character that I'm describing, but it's just like it's physically impossible for that character, and it's like what? How would this character get away with it? Unless they are kind of faking it, but it's just so obvious like who it is going to be. You wish that they at least try to make it more interesting behind the mystery, not make it so obvious from the beginning. Kind of make the suspects interesting. Make me wish that like this person it didn't do it, and make me like be shocked like, wait, you did it? Oh, but I really liked you as a character. Man, that sucks. I just never really felt that with any of these characters out after the first one. That's kind of my biggest issue with most of these films, or kind of with most murder mystery films, besides maybe Scream. Because at least in Screams, like at least one of them is Ghostface, but then you don't know that there's a second Ghostface. Might have spoiled something. Scream's been out for a while. I feel like a lot of people should know already. But there's a mystery behind of like who done it type of deal better in Scream than in the Knives Out film. I will say this time around, I did have a big issue with the cinematography. I don't know what they were doing, but there's this weird look to the film where they oddly will shoot like whoever's talking or whoever's in the frame from like bottom legs all the way up to their forehead. And I get the forehead isn't that interesting, and it will just take up nothing but space, so there's nothing really there. The Last of Us cinematographer people should take notes with Bella Ramsey. That was a bit mean, but I'm not sorry. The way that it was shot, that it was weird. It's because you have a character talking and like their whole body is taking up the screen, and next their head, which most of the actors in this film have a very small head, so it's very odd to look at them when their head is being cut off and they're kind of talking, and it kind of just feels like I'm looking up at them, even with me sitting at the very back of the row. It just something looked off about it, and it was just really distracting. I really hate it. Like I understand with like close-up shots and like their heads are being cut off, but far kind of like far away shots, not really ideal in my opinion. So I don't know. It might be just a me thing. It might be very distracting just for me. Let me know if you have seen Knives Out 3 in theaters. Let me know if that was a problem for you. I might just be nitpicking at that point. But overall, I thought it was fun. I'm gonna give Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery, a B plus. It was a ton of fun. I highly recommend you guys checking it out. I mean, like if you enjoyed the first two, you will have a fun time with this one. Just don't be really expecting much from the actual mystery side of things. It's a beautiful looking film. It's a ton of fun, especially if you can see it in theaters. It's definitely worth the watch. But if you guys have already seen it, let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. And like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.